Hey everyone, this is going to be just a fast description of a new knife that I bought solely as a collection item. This is not something that I would carry at all. I actually don't even recommend this would be good for an EDC knife. You probably recognize this right away. This is the Buck 110 Folding Hunter. It is not an expensive knife at all. I think the manufacturer's retail price is $35. It's made in the USA. I bought this mainly as it's a kind of an American classic. You know, people have had these things for years. They're indestructible, basically. Talk about how great they are, how they've had them for generations, that kind of stuff. So I figured it's cheap enough. I'll check it out. I'll try one, mainly as a collection item. And there's some things about it that I wasn't expecting. And let me just talk through the stats of the knife here. I'm going to lay it down so it doesn't get out of focus too much here. But to start off with, it is made in the United States. The overall length in the closed position is 4 7/8 inches. The part that shocked me very much, and I didn't do a lot of research I had before I bought it. It's so cheap that it's not something I would spend a lot of time doing a whole lot of research on. But the weight of this thing is 7.2 ounces or 205 grams. It's a beast of a knife. It's not something that you would want to carry around every day at all. Back in the day in certain parts of the country, I remember, see guys walking around with a sheath of one of these things on their person. Kind of old school, kind of cowboy knife carrying. It's definitely cool looking. The blade shape, I like it a lot. The blade length is 3 3/4 inches. It looks real long. It's not very wide at all. The blade steel, it's 420 HC, so it's not by no means the highest quality steel, but in my experience, the steel, it's always sharp. It's easy to sharpen, and it's fine. It could rust a little. I've had another knife get some rust, but just take care of it. The edges, they may go dull quickly, but again, they're easy to sharpen and make very sharp. This one came out of the box very sharp as well. So I mean, that's kind of the knife. It came with this sheath as well. I think it's kind of a leather sheath here. So it came with it. It's kind of a belt hoop. So you have to slide your belt through that. It's very stiff, inflexible leather. This is not something I would use at all. I mean, I get all kinds of looks. People saw me carrying this thing around. But actually, other than a collection item, I think I've basically said this already, I don't recommend you purchase this. I think there's a whole lot better knives out there for the same price, and a lot more updated, using better materials. They may not last 30 years like this one might, but I think that's a good trade-off to have a more lightweight knife. I mean, this thing, like I said, is a beast. It has these bolsters on here. Very few knives use those anymore. Some of the Emerson Customs do, but I think they do add a lot of weight. It's a lockback knife. I don't think I mentioned that yet. It's kind of a one-handed closing knife. There's no thumb studs or anything like that. I mean, you, in theory, dangerously could, with a lot of, maybe you can't. So it's two hands to open. basically 2 hands to close. And quality wise, when I got this thing, make sure I'm in focus, the brass, at least the bolsters here, kind of scuffed up and smudged just right out of the box. You can kind of, let me see how, I don't have my macro lens on, but you can kind of see how they're a little kind of dinged up already. And that's fine. I mean, I wasn't looking to buy just a perfect immaculate knife for 30 bucks. But thought that was interesting, that the quality control and kind of the dirtiness or scuffing of the knife was kind of low in my opinion. The other thing is that comparing it to a modern knife, and kind of the criteria that I use to evaluate it is the blade, while it I'm gonna go back here so I can stay in focus. While the blade locks up extremely well when opened, I mean there's no wiggle or anything like that. In the closed position, focus again. In the closed position, I mean, you can wiggle this thing all around. So I thought that was kind of strange. The blade is very thin for the size of the knife. Blade alignment within it is very good. It is aligned, but a whole lot of wiggle. You don't see that on a lot of high-end or even medium-range knives nowadays. So that's that. Again, don't recommend it for an everyday carry knife at all. But if you want a collection item, you know, this is kind of a part of American history, knife history, if that. So that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. Before I end it, sorry about that, folks, I want to do a quick comparison, size comparison. Okay, so that, again, that's the fully length buck, and I'm going to run out of camera room here. That's the Spyderco Paramilitary. Okay. And then an even more odd comparison, and I'm not saying, you know, these are knives you need to look at as a substitute to the Buck 110, but that's the Sebenza. That's kind of the size comparison. So thanks, folks.